My last video was my thoughts on the ICE raids and all that political nonsense and what's going on, and I gave my very nuanced opinion that both sides have some merit to them. The Mexicans are in their own land, and you can say, well, they lost it fair and square in a bloody, deadly war with a scam treaty made by a traitor, so, not that fair and square. And they can say, well, we're taking it over back fair and square as well. Cry about it. So, I just think people should chill out. I mean, I know they're not going to, but I don't really blame the Mexicans too much. I just blame the specific rioters of all races that are doing stupid shit like flipping over cars and burning buildings. I blame them. They're idiots. But I also blame the morons who are like, this is why we need to deport every single immigrant and Mexicans are evil. Like, fuck off. You're just using that as an excuse to be a racist asshole. Which, I don't normally have a problem with, but I'm actually going to be defending Mexicans in this video. I don't know, maybe I have a soft spot for them since I grew up around quite a lot of Latinos. My best friend growing up was Honduran, but no, he's Mexican. But I also had close friends of other Latin races. So I feel like maybe I'm a little bit biased towards them, but I think that it's also kind of just a thing that exists. Like the proof is in the pudding. I'm not trying to get racist or political here, and listen, this is why my race doesn't matter, but people say things like if you look at the buildings in Africa, you see a bunch of stone huts. If you look at the buildings in ancient Europe, it's cathedrals and colosseums and all this beautiful architecture. And then they say, the old statistic or the new statistic, whatever, 13% of the population, 50% of the crime. Same thing with Indians and the bad rep they get, though I think their rep is a little bit overblown. I don't think they deserve the bad reputation they get, or maybe they do, because, like, listen, if a country is known for being full of filthy rapists, stereotypes are earned for a reason. Same thing with Muslims. For one, their religion sucks. I don't care who that offends. It's true. Pedophile religion, where it's okay to have multiple wives and beat women, but not eat bacon. Go fuck yourself. But aside from that, there's good people in every race. I don't think any race of person is bad, and you shouldn't either, because that makes you a racist piece of shit. That's just the plain and simple facts of it. But I feel like Mexicans, this whole debacle is kind of making them go down in the public opinion, which I don't particularly like, because the stereotypes for Mexicans have always been they're hardworking, they have a lot of fucking kids, they reproduce like bunnies, and they make bomb ass food. They make amazing food. I think we should keep it at that. And listen, like I said in my last video, they have lots of points. There's a difference between Mexicans and Muslims slash Indians and blacks and all these other races or ethnicities. Not every single one, obviously. There's so many good people of all those races, probably more than there are bad people. And I say probably because I don't know how brainwashed people are in Iran and Saudi Arabia and Israel and all those places. I don't know if they're more good people than bad people. I really don't know. I couldn't tell you. I assume obviously yes, because I believe that people are inherently good to an extent. But when it comes to Mexicans, 90% of them are still great. They make bomb ass food. They have kick ass music. They have fucking amazing everything, amazing culture, amazing people. Their ancient civilizations have beautiful temples that are better than colosseums, and they rival the finest of European art and architecture. The difference between them and all these other races that are kind of being shat on is, well, they're not nearly as bad as African Americans, as certain African Americans, when it comes to violent tendencies and when it comes to robbing and looting and just the culture. It's usually only when something like this happens that more barbaric side comes out, where it's like, okay, let's flip cars, loot. And Latinos get compared to Africans a lot, which I don't really know why. I think they're closer to white people in terms of pretty much everything. Maybe not in terms of like, no, I was gonna say in terms of culture, maybe not, but no, they're their own people in culture. I don't think we should compare races like that. But when it comes to Muslims as well, they just have an inherently shitty religion. They have beliefs that do not align with our beliefs. And I say our as Americans. I'm American, as you can't tell. They don't align. And they are coming and low key invading Europe and bringing their beliefs and forcing their beliefs onto the people there and doing a lot of other wicked shit that people don't like. Mexicans are from California. That used to be Mexico. That is their land, their territory. Kind of justify that they're there. If anything, the white people should leave. We should fucking leave. The other people should leave. I'm just saying, I don't really agree with one side over the other, but I think there is a big difference between the riots going on now and the BLM riots that started because a druggie overdosed and a racist asshole cop would just happen to be there helping him die. I think there's a big difference. And I think Mexicans are getting way too bad of a rep right now, and immigrants in general, when no, they're not really as bad as people are making them out to be. Definitely not as bad as the immigrants in the UK with that Sharia law bullshit, or even as people who already live here, such as that 13%. Not all of them, but a large portion of them. That's all I wanted to say. This has gotten too political for one day, and I'm really hot under this thing, so that's it. I'm done.